Hi everyone, my name is Taryn Manuel. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in California, and today I want to talk about why men can benefit from therapy. So there's a lot of messages I think that boys and men receive at a really young age about what it means to be a man and what it means to be sad. I think that some of those messages that they've received early on have been a disservice to men, and I'm hoping in watching this video that that can kind of shift some perspectives and that men can be a little more open to the idea of therapy and see it as something that could be really helpful. So some of the messages that I heard towards boys and men have been growing up were like, don't be a wussy, don't be sad, don't be a girl, don't be a crybaby, suck it up, you're fine. Wow, super harsh, right? It's no wonder that many men struggle to actually, be with their sadness. And what I mean by being with it is just allowing it to be there, noticing it, noticing how it feels in their body, and know that it will pass. I think that, sometimes in someone's childhood that it wasn't safe to be sad. Maybe in expressing your sadness, that could have led to emotional or physical abuse. So there wasn't a safe place or safe person to share with. That I think that's also has led to some men to, engage in behaviors or coping mechanisms that are trying to actually avoid or numb the sadness rather than being with it. Some of those things might be drinking to excess amount to numb the pain, or using substances in that way. Maybe it's avoiding feeling the sadness altogether. It might lead to conflicts with partners or friends or family members. It could also be like more risk-taking behaviors. Sometimes it also leads to depression because that anger from not being able to express the sadness gets turned inward and it has to go somewhere. So, my hope is that we can find more ways to cope with the sadness and be with it rather than just push it away. I think that if we were to, as a society, to nurture men, to nurture boys when they're feeling sad, like, oh, they scraped your knee, ouch, that really hurts, and acknowledging that, or say, yeah, your fight with your friend, that really sucks, and that makes sense that you're really sad about it, and hopefully you two can work it out. What would it be like if we nurtured that? Or, if a man comes to his friend and says, I had a fight with my partner and I'd like to talk about it. And what if that friend responded by saying, yes, I hear you, I see you. That sounds really painful and it makes sense that you're sad about it. I imagine that could be really healing and repairing in this narrative that many in the world today have about sadness. What if we nurtured that and allowed space, saw it as a strength for men to be able to feel sad? I imagine that we would have more leaders that were empathic and compassionate, and we would have bosses that people felt like they could come to and talk to. We'd have more satisfying and nurturing relationships, whether that be romantically with friendships or in family. My hope as a therapist is to be able to provide a safe container for men to be able to come and talk about their pain, to talk about their sadness, and for me to hold a space to honor it and validate and normalize their experience. My hope is that therapy can be seen as that space and that men can start to see that vulnerability as a strength. And in turn, that more men can find more spaces and avenues to be able to share in a really safe and loving way. If you like what you saw today, you can check out my YouTube at BeTrueTherapy.com or my website at BeTrueTherapy. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.